Welcome back to The Wandering Screen. I'm Matt Koss and I'm diving into the new post-apocalyptic thriller 40 Acres. So let's jump in. If there's one lesson to take from cinema this year, it's this. Danielle Deadwyler should really stay off farms. After surviving emotional and psychological trauma in The Woman in the Yard, she returns to her unofficial franchise, I'm calling it agricultural survival thrillers, to save her family from, wait for it, cannibal bandits. Because apparently growing crops is never just growing crops in Deadwyler's world. 40 Acres is directed by R.T. Thorne, who co-wrote the script with Glenn Taylor based on a story by Laura Campbell. It premiered last year at the Toronto International Film Festival and has had a pretty solid run on the festival circuit, and I can see why. This is Thorne's feature debut after years of directing TV episodes, and he shows up with confidence and style and just enough originality to elevate what is essentially a keep the baddies out movie. We're in a post-apocalyptic future where food is scarce, most of the population is gone, and the animals are practically extinct. So farming has become a gold mine and an essential commodity in this new world. But the farms are far from safety, with bandits sneaking onto properties, steal crops, wreak havoc on the community that live there, and ultimately take control of the valuable resource. The film opens with a group of bandits creeping onto the Freeman family's farmland. They're hungry, and not just metaphorically. But Hayley Freeman, played by Deadwyler, and her family are not just prepared, they're expecting. It's Home Alone, but R-rated and on a farm. The Freemans are a tight unit. There's Manny, Katayam O'Connor, the restless older son, and his sisters Dawn, Rain, and Cookie. While the kids do their chores and homework and train for the inevitable farm invasion with firearms and knives, Hayley and her partner Galen, Michael Greyers, run the show. And by run, I mean Hayley enforces a strict no-nonsense, no outsiders, no jokes policy. She's hardened by the world in ways the kids haven't yet had to understand. Deadwyler delivers a performance that's equal parts steel and sorrow. She's unrelenting, but never one note. You get why she doesn't trust anyone, and in this world, she's probably right. Enter Dennis, an injured stranger played by Jada LeBlanc, whom Manny secretly rescues and hides in the family's barn. She claims her people are in need, but you don't get to be a guest at this dinner table without passing Hayley's very intense vibe check, and Manny is reluctant to reveal he's holding a potential enemy. The film is split into segments, with title cards naming a character or sometimes just a gender, which suggests a rotating POV structure. But here's the thing. The chapters are more aesthetic than functional. We never really dive into anyone's perspective, which is a missed opportunity for immersing us into their individual stories. Take Manny, for example. In one chapter, we're supposedly seeing things through Dennis's eyes, but it still feels like his story. If you're going to go episodic, go episodic. How each of these characters experiences the world is an exciting possibility. Instead, we get a solid, linear narrative dressed up in chapter headings. There's a moment where Manny, clearly starved for more than just food, catches sight of Dennis going for a swim in a nearby river. It's beautifully shot, sure, but also gives big Wank Bank has filed for bankruptcy energy. Later, when he ties her up in a barn, the story suggests we're switching perspectives. But emotionally, we never do. That arm's length storytelling is what kept me from fully connecting. That said, the first 20 minutes are an incredible piece of world building. Jeremy Benning's cinematography with these gorgeous tracking shots of the family at work and training with long runs at sunrise and arduous farm work is quietly stunning. There's a rhythm to it all, built by editors Sandy Pereira and Dev Singer, that really immerses you in the day-to-day of post-apocalyptic farming and survival. And we need to talk about the MVP, Michael Greyers as Galen. Equal parts dry humour and steely protector, he brings emotional grounding and action chops. In one of the film's best sequences, bandits break into the house. Galen orders his daughter to cut the lights. Then, in near total darkness, he takes them out one by one, with each gunshot lighting up the room like a flashbulb. It brought a full-on cheer from the theatre crowd. It's the kind of scene you replay in your head long after the movie's over. But the real power punch is really just a simple family dinner. Manny cracks a joke and Haley, eyes blazing, is not having it. They've got food, shelter, and each other. That's the priority. Wanting more is not only dangerous, it's unacceptable in her worldview. No one can be trusted outside their core five. And Thorne, wisely, lets Deadwyler hold the camera. No cuts, no escapes, just raw maternal intensity. The film's quietest emotional beat comes when Deadwyler shares a screen with Elizabeth Saunders from the fantastic MGM Plus series Them. Saunders plays Augusta Taylor, a leader of a nearby community who helped Haley get her bearings in this world. We see Haley's facade crack when chatting to Augusta over radio calls or in a flashback sequence, and just for a moment, the film opens up. It's that rare instance where 40 Acres gives itself space to breathe emotionally. So, should you watch 40 Acres? 100% yes. It's gripping, visceral, and it's a thriller with a standout lead performance, a few killer set pieces, and a director who clearly knows what he's doing. The violence is impactful without being overindulgent, and the world feels lived in. And it's brutal and weirdly believable. Danielle Deadwyler remains one of the most compelling performers working today, and if she wants to keep making rural thrillers about defending the homestead, I'm all in. Just maybe give her a nice vacation next time.
Nobody.
Get back! Please! Please!
Freeman 1 to Augusta 24, do you copy? We found your goddamn animals. Now pick up.
That's it for this episode of The Wandering Screen. Drop your thoughts on 40 Acres below, or let me know what a post-apocalyptic thriller has been your favourite in recent years. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.